Peter Taylor, and I've been tracking Al-Qaeda for the past 5 years. As its allies continue to operate in Southeast Asia, I investigate how the intelligence services are using an extraordinary new weapon, a senior terrorist commander who's now hunting the killers he trained.
Some of them say that I'm a traitor because I'm joined with the police.
Peter Taylor's acclaimed series continues. Al-Qaeda, Turning the Terrorists, Wednesday at 9 on BBC Two.
This is BBC One in the East. Now the news at 10 o'clock with Fiona Bruce and Laura Bundock.
Despite calls for calm, Labour's infighting spills out into the open again, but the attack switches to the Chancellor. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Our former Cabinet Minister describes Gordon Brown's behaviour. Others say stop the name-calling.
I think it's time now for everybody to shut up and focus on what we're in government and we're in the Labour Party to do.
We'll be looking at how the row could now be affecting Mr Brown's hopes of claiming the keys to number 10. Also tonight, a massive bomb explodes in Afghanistan's capital as NATO calls for thousands more troops. It's known for its murderous droughts, but now flooding in Ethiopia has killed hundreds of people. And jailed, the woman who kept a relative slave in her house, beat her and forced her to work naked.
Here in the East, 3 more of our counties look at the controversial congestion charging schemes. And the head of a debt-ridden hospital hands in his resignation.
Good evening. Despite attempts to end a week of squabbling within the Labour Party, an extraordinary war of words broke out again today. But this time, the focus of the attack switched from the Prime Minister to his likely successor, Gordon Brown. One former minister accused the Chancellor of appalling arrogance. But the harshest words came from the former Home Secretary, Charles Clarke. He described the grin on the Chancellor's face as he left a crunch meeting with Mr Blair as absolutely stupid and said the jury was still out as to whether he could lead the party. Here's our political correspondent, Carol Walker.
Gordon Brown's been waiting in the wings for more than a decade, but he knows his chances of becoming Prime Minister have been damaged by the latest upheaval in his long, tense relationship with Tony Blair.
Partnerships that have developed over decades, they need to be nourished and tended and can neither be taken for granted nor should they be deliberately destroyed.
In fact, he was talking about the relationship between England and Scotland, wasn't he?
Indeed, you shouldn't destroy connections that already exist, for if you do so, you break up something vital to the future of your country.
Charles Clarke was uncharacteristically shy of the cameras tonight. But in tomorrow's Telegraph, he's launched a scathing attack on Gordon Brown, certain to anger many in his party. He says the Chancellor has psychological issues to address. He's a control freak who can't work with people. This after his condemnation in the Evening Standard of the grin on Gordon Brown's face in the midst of the turmoil. Charles Clarke said a lot of people are very upset and cross about that. It was absolutely stupid, a stupid, stupid thing to do.